Hi, my name is Camille, and this is The In Between. What a journey you are on from who you were to who you are becoming. And along the way, you will have an experience where your heart is saying, go, but your mind is saying, wait. This is start before you're ready. Perfection is not a prerequisite in the new design for living. In fact, we understand that simply being brave enough to take that first step is enough of a sign to the universe that we are ready. In the new design model, we already know we don't have to have it all figured out before we take that leap of faith. We understand that preparing for a trip or a job interview is a very different type of preparedness when you're on the edge of your own becoming. We understand as we are journeying from who we were to who we are becoming that there comes a moment when you simply must begin. Let's take a look at why the mind comes rushing in and says, wait, don't. The mind is always seeking to protect you from potential danger or disappointment. And when the mind has no information about where you're going, and if it can't look to the past as a reference point because you've been there before and it can inform you from that reference point, it perceives that leap of faith as dangerous. And so it will say to you, don't, stop, wait, you're not ready. But you know what? Sometimes if we wait until we're ready, we'll be waiting a long time because the heart is always ready. The heart loves adventure. The heart has its own GPS, its own way of knowing. The heart is here to guide you towards the version of yourself you are becoming. Like I've said in other videos, I believe the compass, you have an internal operating system. I mean, when you put a destination in your GPS, what is the first thing it does? It calculates and then it gives you an overview. And you can look at the overview and get a general idea of what route it's taking you on. Then you press start. And what happens? It gives you one direction at a time. It doesn't give you the next direction until you've already completed the direction before it. Once you've made the turn, then it tells you what to do next. And that's what this moment is. Start before you're ready, knowing that you have the compass within you that's going to help guide you through the terrain of not knowing. You have the inner knower that does know, that's also there to guide you on your way. That's why the heart feels that incredible feeling that says, do it. Take the leap of faith. In the old design model, what did we grow up listening to? What's the worst that can happen? In the new design model, we say, what's the best that can happen? We don't say what's the worst that can happen if you start before you're ready. We say to each other, what's the best that can happen if you start before you're ready? And there's so many answers to that beautiful question. What's the best that can happen? You can feel really good that you had the guts and the courage to take that first step, especially when you're initiating change. When you are consciously and mindfully changing something, a job, a relationship, a place to live, and you're all out there in that decision and that commitment, it's super important to live by this invitation and start before you're ready. And guess what? That goes against everything that the old design model tells us, and it definitely pushes back up against the mind that is telling us you better not go. So it's important to have the language of the heart that says, let's take this leap of faith. We're going to be okay. We've got the compass. We've got the inner knower. We've got the light keeper. We've got our guides. We've got ourselves. And of course, yes, put your hand on your heart. Bring compassion to the one within you that thinks you have to be more prepared. There's all sorts of reasons why. You may really feel that way, Much of it perhaps coming from your childhood, your upbringing, where maybe being prepared was a survival need. Maybe there was crisis or drama going on that you needed to be prepared. You had to know before you go. But that was then. This is now. And you don't have to be bound to your past. Your past doesn't have to dictate the road in front of you and how to navigate it. The most important thing, have compassion for the one within you that is concerned, fearful, hesitant, truly believes you're not prepared and you're not ready. Have compassion. Make sure they feel that you see them and you respect their concerns. And if you need to, go back and get that little one and put him or her back into your heart so that they feel safe there and they know that you got this and that you're going to take that first step, and together you will continue to figure it out as you go. So remember, it is important to have people in your life that know what you're going through, have respect for how you're navigating this moment in your life, and can support you and cheer you on. Because I'm telling you, when you're at the edge, there's only really two choices. One is to leap, and the other is to turn around and go back. But when you're at this point of your transformation, you realize there's really no going back. And the only choice, the true choice, the heart choice, is to take that leap of faith and to trust that you're ready enough to begin. Thanks so much for watching.